Hey there, it's Steve from Serious Keto, and in this video we are going to answer a frequently asked question from my viewers, which is, can you make chaffles in bulk, freeze them, and then reheat them? But before we do that, if you enjoy low-carb cooking videos, product and ingredient reviews, as well as lessons learned from my experiences with the ketogenic lifestyle and intermittent fasting, click that button down there. Man, I have a hard time with that word. And click the bell next to it, so you're notified whenever I release a new video. So I get the question an awful lot in my comment section about whether or not you can make chaffles in bulk, freeze them, and reheat them. And my answer has kind of been like a shrug, I guess. But we're going to find out for real today. Well, today and a week from now after they've been frozen. Now for this video, I'm going to be using the Dash No Mess 4-waffle waffle maker, and I will link to my review of that right up here. I also am not going to include the full recipes or the making of any of the recipes for the different chaffles that I'm going to test out. I will put the playlists to all of my chaffle videos at the end of this video, so you can check those out if you haven't already. First off, we're going to do 2 of my base chaffle, just the mozzarella and egg. I'm doing 2 because I'm going to eat one. I'm hungry. Then on the right, we have the base with almond flour, and on the left, the base with coconut flour. All right, we'll pop these guys out and get them to a cooling rack. For our next one, we will do our blended base plus some ground up pork rinds. Blended base with some Birch Bender's Keto and some of the one-on-one cornbread flavoring, the sweet mix with cream cheese, and the sweet mix plus some blueberries. All right, let's get these guys off to a cooling rack. All right, our chaffles are cooled, bagged, tagged, and ready to go into the freezer for the next week. See you in a week. Okay, it's been a week. I have taken the chaffles out of the freezer, and now we're going to see how they toast up. And yeah, this is the same shirt I was wearing a week ago. It has been washed. It's a fresh shirt. All right, we have our almond flour, coconut flour, our cornbread chaffle, and our pork rind chaffle or poffle. And we'll remove these to a wire rack. Then we have our 2 sweet chaffles, one without blueberries, one with. So first off, the sweet chaffles seem a little bit soggy. They didn't crisp up the way the other ones did. We'll taste the sweet one first. The taste is fine. It's actually a little bit cakey. It's not real crisp. I might give this one more run in the toaster to see what happens. Now the blueberry one. Similar, kind of cakey, kind of delicate. Definitely both of the sweet ones not as good as when they're fresh out of the waffle maker the first time around. Now the almond flour chaffle still had a little bit of crisp on it. I think it probably could have even gone ever so slightly longer in the toaster, but I think this turned out fine. Coconut flour. That's another win. The cornbread chaffle. It's fine. It's as good as it was when I made it the first time. And lastly, the poffle. That's solid too. All right, I ran the sweet chaffle for another cycle in the toaster, just for probably 30-45 seconds. And you can see it's starting to get awfully dark and right on the edge of burnt, yet still sort of flabby. And it's not bad tasting at all. I mean, it tastes somewhere between like a waffle and a muffin. But if you're looking for that crisp exterior and structural density, I think you got to stick with the savory chaffle recipe. I think this is great news. If you've been wondering if it makes sense to buy a larger waffle maker like the Dash No Mess that I reviewed, and are wondering if you can make chaffles in bulk and freeze them and then reheat them in the toaster, my opinion is absolutely you can. Taste, no difference. They were fine. In terms of overall texture and how they held up, the savory chaffle recipes and poffle did a far better job than the sweet recipe. So it's up to you. If you don't mind that textural change, I can tell you that the sweet chaffle definitely has a better, in my opinion, mouthfeel straight out of the waffle maker than it does after being reheated. It's not bad the way it is now, it just doesn't have quite that sturdiness that the savory chaffle does. So if you want to make chaffles in bulk, freeze them, reheat them, go for it. I don't think you're going to be disappointed. Thanks for watching.